Let's hype everything up. Hi, good evening. Happy Friday. It's the 12th of July. So it's so fast. It's just like a week when we started July, but we're almost in the middle of the month. So thank you so much, guys, for joining this night's tonight's webinar. So reading, the comments. I am really, really happy because you were able to appreciate the videos that we have, from the tours and from the virtual assistant testimonials. Thank you so much because that's really one of our goals. Not, of course, it's to earn money than the usual amount that we're receiving compared in the corporate world. But I think it's just nice to have that kind of work and life balance experience wherein you can also meet different people and you can enhance yourself and improve yourself as a person and not just in the professional field, but gaining that confidence and being included in everything, with whatever the company is planning. I think it's just one of the great things. That's why we love Virtudesk. So enough with that. Thank you so much, guys. So yeah, we have 40 participants. This is a little bit lesser than the attendees that we have compared last 2 weeks ago, but still, thank you for your time. So I know that the one of the reasons that you joined this webinar is for you, of course, to start your remote work journey and also becoming a virtual assistant. So let me share my screen so that I can present. Okay. All right. So the title for our webinar is Becoming a Social Media Manager or Becoming a Virtual Assistant. So this webinar is a step-by-step guide. Also, we'll be sharing tips and different strategies or ways for you to be hired as soon as possible, from interviews up to your successful career. So I would like to ask every one of you first, before we proceed to the webinar agenda, what is the reason, or give me at least 2 to 3 reasons why you joined this webinar, or why do you want to be a virtual assistant? I'll give you at least 30 seconds for that. Guys, basic house rules. If you have specific questions that you would like us to answer specifically as well, you can use our Q&A section. And then if you want to interact with your fellow aspiring virtual assistants, you can use the regular chat box. Oh, wow, Russell, that's a long answer. I want to be a virtual assistant. The role offers flexibility, leveraging my skills in Canva and CapCut. Oh, wow. Virtual assistant is an ideal career choice for me. Work and life balance and professional growth. It's about social media. Okay, so before, just a quick story time because I want you to feel that you can relate with me as well as your host for tonight, is that I have been in the BPO industry, or in the call center industry, for actually almost 6 years. So I know it's very tiring and it's very exhausting, but I enjoyed the experience because I was able to hone my English communication skills and also how to deal in negotiating, communicating, bargaining with customers, and it really helped me a lot when it comes to my confidence. So the only reason that I shifted from BPO to virtual assistants is because I just gave birth that time. So I was so exhausted from commuting, and that's when I decided that I should resign and I should focus more on my kids and stay at home. And then fast forward, I watched videos, I watched YouTube clips, I asked from people that I know who are currently a virtual assistant by that time, and they helped me with my journey. And what I can only say is that I also help myself, guys. So I know that referrals and webinars like this really helps you. But if you don't have any dedication to really learn the necessary tasks and responsibilities of a virtual assistant, it's gonna be difficult for you to apply. So that's why we're gonna be giving you the step-by-step process on how to be a successful virtual assistant and how to go through all the journey and how to pass your interviews as well, because I know that some of you are really anxious when it comes to interviews. Anyways, let's fast forward to the webinar agenda. This is the agenda that we have for tonight. So we'll be teaching you how to do social media managing, how to pass client interviews, how to grow your career as a VA. That is correct, guys. For example, you are already a virtual assistant. That doesn't end there, okay? Becoming a virtual assistant, guys, is a lifetime responsibility and commitment. So you have to make sure that you're dedicated to whatever tasks and responsibilities you are given. You always have to be updated, and you need to keep up with the trends and the current trending or changes in the technology, if there are any updates with the tools and software. So you have to be updated with that. Websites to jumpstart your career, which I know some of you are already familiar, but we will still um, dig deeper on the specific topic. Interview tips. I know this is a lot familiar with how to pass client interviews, but still, we're going to emphasize some of the instructions. Application process, the available positions, and by the end of this webinar, we will be answering some of your questions, okay? So, can you give me a heart, guys, or a thumbs up if you're excited to start our webinar for tonight? All right, thank you so much, guys. So let's go ahead and start first with social media managing. So with everyone who's asking me, because I've been there before. So when I wanted to be a virtual assistant, I was asking everyone like, what do I need to do? Where do I start? What are the things that I need? Like, I wanted to be a virtual assistant. Like, I have the passion, I have the eagerness, and I have the dedication, but I just really don't know where to start. Like, zero idea, zero knowledge where to start. So, just to give you a heads up that this is the most in demand skills or in demand position in the market, in the virtual assistants market right now, social media managing. Why? It's because with the technology nowadays, we have different social media platforms. We have Facebook. What else? We have Instagram, Twitter, like all the trendings are in the Twitter, guys. What else? We have TikTok. Yes, so TikTok is also one of the most popular social media platforms in the industry right now. So this is the most in-demand skills, and that's the reason why we have to really dig deeper in this. So social media managing is a vast responsibility. It involves a lot of tasks, but don't worry, guys, because when I say that you have the responsibility or you are a social media managing, that doesn't mean that you have to do everything. That depends on the client, what's which specific task they are going to ask you to do. So usually social media managing involves creating, scheduling, posting, what else? Like creating captions and, replying to comments and DMs. So, social media managing. So first is content creation. So I know that you're already familiar with the term content creator. So when you say content creator, yes, you are creating contents, you're creating videos, you're creating images, graphics, or any information that's going to be posted in the social media platform. So for example, let's say you are a social media manager in Facebook. It's your responsibility to create the posts. Let's say a webinar. Like there is going to be a webinar upcoming next Friday. So it's your responsibility to create the poster, what the poster includes, like the details of the event, like the title, the date, the time, and the participants required. So that is your responsibility. And connected with that, that means that you also need to be good in writing captions. That's why virtual assistance industry, it is very strict when it comes to English proficiency, both written and oral. That also includes writing posts and replying to comments, producing videos. So I know that being a being a social media manager involves a lot of tasks. But if you are going to study and learn them one by one, you'll get the hang of it and you'll get used to it. You have to just practice your eyes when it comes to designing, the colors, the fonts, or in videos, you need to learn how to do basic video editing. And in writing posts, you need to also you can also take advantage of the current technologies that we have or websites that we have, which we'll tackle later on. Next is content scheduling. So if you already created the contents, you already have the videos, you already have the pictures, the posters, you already have the captions, the replies. Then it's time for you to schedule your contents. So for example, for the whole month of July, it's your responsibility and you're going to be the one to decide what do you think you'll be posting by July 1. Are you going to post a video on July 2? Are you going to reply comments on July 3? So it's up to you guys. But always remember that being a social media manager, that means that it's your responsibility to track the analytics as well. And we'll also proceed to engagements. So analytics is also related to engagements. Guys, if I'm going too fast or if you have questions, specific questions about what I'm discussing, you can always use the Q&A section so that, or the regular chat box so that I can answer it. Okay, so yeah, going back, so engagements. What are engagements, guys? Engagements are likes, comments, shares, profile visits, followers. Those are what we call engagements. Okay. And also engagements is interaction. So meaning, for example, you have a certain brand. Let's say your brand is a makeup. The engagements includes those people who are buying, those who are giving their feedbacks, those who are following the brand, those who are let's say sharing the posts or the contents. Those are what we call engagements. Okay, all right, thank you so much, guys. So let us proceed to analytics and reporting. So guys, always remember, content creation, content scheduling, and engagements will always fall to analytics and reporting. So I know that you're already familiar with the words analytics and reporting, but there's a lot more to it. The strategy that you're doing whenever you post contents would always end up in your analytics or reporting. So, for example, if your contents are not that really effective, then it would show by the end of the month. So, let's say the business is real estate. So you've been posting pictures of houses or properties that are for sale, and you've been getting low views, shares, or comments daily. So by the end of the month, then what do you think will happen? There's a lot of answers to it, guys. Either that you would get low followers, you would also get very, very low revenue or income from your business. Yes, there will be no sales because your contents are not effective. Yes, low engagement. So low engagements and low sales or no sales would always lead to longer what do you call this? Longer effectiveness of the brand. So moving forward, your brand isn't gonna be effective. It's not gonna be visible to the audience, and a lot of people will not really know what your brand is. And of course, as a business owner, you really wanted your brands to boost up or to be popular, to be what do you call this? To be known by many or by your consumers or by your customers. So again, It's your responsibility to track the analytics and reporting, like how many views are we getting, how many followers are we getting, how many audience or how many sales are we getting. So it's also one of your responsibility as a social media manager. Let's proceed. Next is strategy development. So this is where strategy comes in, or techniques as we call, which I know that some of you are already familiar. So let's say you've already done your analytics and reporting for the month of June, and you've noticed that it's not really increasing compared to the previous month. So it's the time now for you to create strategies and techniques. So these strategies and includes outlines. What is your plan for the next month? Goals. Are you aiming to reach this number of followers? Are you aiming to reach this number of views or sales? Target audience. I think this target audience really does affect your engagements, because um, let's say your brand is makeup. Okay, your target audience is what? Females, makeup artists. What else? Also, strategy comes in with like the time of your posting. Do you post it every night when people are already sleeping? Are you posting it in the morning when the people are already in their respective um, jobs? So you have to pick the right timing, the right day for you to have um engage to have the engagements. Okay, also the tactics to achieve your objectives is really to be active, and for you to be really keen in observing the details or the changes. Okay, let me know guys if I'm going too fast and if you have questions. Okay, all right, let us proceed to advertising. I would like to also, okay, acknowledge those people who are watching through our Facebook Live. Guys, thank you so much. I may not be able to really call out your names or mention you because I'm in the Zoom, but thank you so much for your time. I think we have 10 viewers on Facebook. Thank you so much, guys. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's proceed to advertising. So advertising, this includes what? Marketing strategy that can somehow be related to financial. Okay, so this is what we call boosts or paid ads. I think you've already experienced it, right? Um, like when you wanted to post something and then Facebook is encouraging you to, oh, boost this to 10,000 viewers and just pay this certain amount. So that is what we call advertising, guys. Advertising also includes if you want to also interact with your fellow content creators or someone who's very popular already in the industry, because it would help you engage the viewers. Okay. Next is trends and adaptation. So the trends and adaptation, this already includes the current trending, the music that we are using, the technique in editing the videos. What else? The quality of the videos. So it's really, really best as a social media manager to stay updated to the trending and to be active and really browsing, social media platforms, because social media platform is the only place where you get different ideas. So yes. And lastly is crisis management. Okay, so crisis management is the most crucial of all as a social media manager, because it will always end up to you, or it would always end up to the name of the business. So whatever you're doing with the social media platform, you're always doing it under the name of the company. So if you're not doing your really best, then it would always reflect on your company. And moving forward, if let's say your client or if the company doesn't really like what you're doing with how you do your job, then you'll mostly lose your job. And we want to avoid that. So crisis management is dealing with these types of negative feedbacks, negative results, whether let's say you have low engagements or low sales, or you have a lot of negative feedbacks. It's one of the things that we have to practice, how we approach it, how we respond to it in a positive way without hurting someone's or without hurting the consumer's feelings. Okay. All right. So I think we're all good with the social media managing skills and the specific task and responsibilities. Guys, do you have any questions? Have you learned something? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, KM Montez. A lot. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Eloisa, Ate Eloisa, and Charlene. Thank you. So let us now proceed to how to pass client interviews. So this is perfect for those who are having anxiety, or if you're nervous, if you're not yet very confident on how to conduct your interviews, then this webinar is perfect for you. So we're going to claim it. Okay, we're not gonna be teaching you, but we're just gonna what do you call this, give you guide on how to pass it, like the preparation, the practice, and how to present yourself. So first is we have the before interview. That is correct, guys. In preparing for interviews, we have 3 steps on how to do it: before the interview, during the interview, and after the interview. Okay, so we have to always prepare for it. But as an advice, I would not really recommend for you to prepare like they call this like very serious prepare, like you've given all your time just to preparing. Enjoy it somehow, guys, because interviewing is a way of the company getting to know you, how you work, how you've been working in your previous company. So they just really want to know you, guys. That's it. So do not overthink. Okay, just answer honestly and with confidence, and just don't lie. Because usually if you're lying, that's where you'll get really, really nervous, because your mind is really confused what to answer. But if you can answer honestly, then it would be simultaneous. So first is before interview. So research the company, research about the company, guys. So interviews like this, you need to know what the company is all about, what the business is all about, what we are promoting, what we need as an employee or as a virtual assistant. So researching the company always includes the mission and the vision of the company, and familiarize yourself with the positions or with the tasks and responsibilities that's currently hiring. Next is prepare questions. Oh, sorry, prepare your answers to common questions. Okay, so common questions like tell me about yourself. What is your name? What does your previous job consists of? What do you love most about your previous job? So prepare answers to it and do not memorize it, guys. I mean, you can memorize some of the details, but do not memorize it word for word, because you'll have high chances of stuttering or looking like a robot or sounding like a robot. So just prepare your answers. Like, tell me about yourself. Like, if you think about it, what can I tell to the company about myself? You can tell first is about your name, the position that you're applying for, the reason why you're applying for, and you can also add at least some of your hobbies and your interests by the end of your answer. At least it can just lighten the mood up. And let's say what are your strengths and weaknesses, like what is it that's really difficult for you whenever you're working. Maybe you can answer for the weakness. For me, my weakness is really multitasking, because at some point I get really confused with what I'm doing, but I am very confident that the company would assist me. And I've read, okay, you can also insert answers like that. Like I've read when I've researched the company that you guys offer 100% um I think what they call this, like support or team support, and I'm really excited to experience that, and I'm really looking forward to working with the company. So just answer it with at least just basic English is enough, you know. For me, honestly, clients or foreign clients, they just really want to understand you, but they're not really high standards when it comes to speaking in English. You know, they just really want to get to know you. And usually the Filipino companies have high standards, and you know that's the also one of the reasons why I also shifted to virtual assistants, because they're easier to work with, you know. And Virtudesk really um, helps us to communicate with the clients. And yeah, just answer honestly and just sound natural. Yes, KM, that is correct. And yes, STAR is very helpful. STAR is what we call situation, task, action, and result. So first you can talk about the situation, what are the things that you want to happen, and then the task, you can ask the task. I would like to ask what are the things that I'll be doing, how many hours should I be working, and then action, do I need an approval for this one, or you know, just research about it, guys, and you'll get the hang of it. Understand the role. So aside from researching about the company, yes, you need to understand what the role is all about. You need to understand the position that you're applying for, what are the tasks and responsibilities, how difficult it is, how confident are you that you'll be able to submit it, or are you confident with finishing it before the deadline. So understand the role, guys. Identify the key responsibilities and the skills required. Okay. Also, another preparation before the interview is prepare questions to ask. You can ask anything that you want. Do you have benefits? Is there any chance of me getting promoted? Or is there any way that my salary would be increased? You know, thoughtful questions about the company, and you know, do I have any what they call this, like any people that I can ask help from. So you know, development, career, and just all about the people. Just answer or just ask anything about, because it's also nice to get to know about the company and the people that you'll be working with. And lastly is practice. Of course, before your interviews, you have to practice. I can suggest practicing in front of the mirror so that you can see how you speak. All right, let us proceed to during the interview. First is you need to dress appropriately, guys, okay? We've been receiving a lot of messages here on our Facebook page, and they're very angry because they weren't able to pass and get hired from just the initial interview. And when we looked upon the details of the interview, some of them are really not dressed appropriately. Guys, you are applying for a certain job, you're applying for foreign clients or for a foreign company, and that means that you have to wear professional attire. You have to make sure that you dress yourself, because how you dress yourself is a reflection on how you do your job. So dress properly, not really too formal, but at least something that's professional looking, something that's semi-formal, and that you're presentable in front of the camera. Next is be punctual, guys. If your interview starts at 10 in the morning, be there at 9 in the morning. Yes, that's true. You can just sit there for 1 hour, test your tools, test the internet. Is your camera all good? Is your headset is your audio okay? Are you having connectivity issues? Are you having electricity issues? You also have to prepare your background with your lighting, guys. There's a lot of things that you can do with 1 hour of being early before your interview. Okay, and I think being early would really they call this, set your mood up and just make you feel comfortable sitting there. And you can just answer more natural if you're prepared. Next is bring necessary materials. So you can also have a copy of your resume. You can do it on your phone as long as it's not very distracting for you. List of references like people that the HR can call or ask to. You can also include pen and paper if you're someone who likes writing instead of typing. That's me. I really write everything instead of typing because I don't know. It's just it feels effective for me. Next is show your confidence and enthusiasm. Okay, do not be lousy. Do not sit like that, or do not show that you're not interested. Guys, be happy. You can smile while you're answering. And enthusiasm means that you're very interested with the job and that you're eager to really get hired. Next is communicate clearly. Okay, speak clearly, guys. And that's the reason why we want you to really invest in high quality noise canceling headsets, because it's not for us, guys, it's for you. Because it's one of the things that they will be checking during interviews. Avoid fillers like or like. I know that sometimes I still get that, and it's something that I've been practicing up until now because I don't know, it's just natural for me to. I think it's all for Filipinos. If you're still thinking of the next words or things that you would like to say, it's just natural that you would always say like so we have to avoid that, and it's a challenge for me up until now, but it's okay. We can still learn along the way. Okay, moving forward. Next is be honest. So be truthful about your experiences and your skills. Do not apply if you don't know what the position is all about, or if you think that you cannot do it. Do not apply because we're just gonna be wasting both of our times, the company's time and your time as well. Okay. Yes, next. That is correct. You also need to do something after the interview. First is to reflect on the interview. So you can ask yourself, what did I do good? And what is it that's something that I can improve for the next interviews? And that's the reason why I always bring pen and paper, so that I can always like write some of my answers and I can reflect it afterwards. Consider questions that you found challenging from the interview, and you can just practice so that you know what to answer in the future. And lastly, follow up. Guys, do not follow up 5 minutes after the interview. Please, guys, okay? The TA team or the HR team would still need some time to reflect on your answers, because you're not the only person who's applying, okay? The minimum follow up would always take around 24 to 48 hours. But here in Virtudesk, we apologize and kindly bear with us because we're receiving high volumes of applications. So right now the latest would be around 72 hours. But sometimes it might go further than that. So we really encourage everyone to send a follow-up email to jobs@myvirtudesk.com. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So next is how to grow your career as a VA. This is our next agenda. Guys, can you give me a heart? Thank you. I need the hearts just so I know that you're still there. And also to our Facebook viewers, can I get some comments or engagements? Heart, guys. Can I get a heart from our Facebook viewers? We have 18 viewers in Facebook. Thank you so much. And I'm seeing people who's been tagging some friends and family in the chat box. All right. Moving forward, let us proceed to how to grow your career as a VA. Let's say you've already applied and you've been hired and you've already been working as a VA. So how to grow your career as a VA? So first is skill development. Yes, it's a never-ending skill development because, again, you have to be updated with the changes in the technology. And the first one is for you to enhance your skill. Enhance your skill in administrative skills like email management, scheduling, and data entry. You can also enhance your what? Technical skills, how to do how to use certain tools like Trello, Asana, Slack, and Zoom. You know, just like the basic of creating a Zoom meeting in the Zoom application is already a thumbs up, guys. You know, taking the time to learn how to use these kinds of tools is very beneficial for you in the future. Also, lastly, we have specialized skills like social media management, which we tackled earlier, digital marketing, which I'm currently in the process of learning as well, bookkeeping, or graphic designing. Graphic designing as well, I'm learning it because my eyes is not really good when it comes to deciding. So I am currently learning the color wheel just so I know the colors that can complement with each other, and it would be very helpful for you when it comes to designing. Next is skill development is also certifications and courses. So enroll in online courses. You always don't need paid courses or paid webinars. So there are a lot of opportunities and chances for you to grab these kinds of knowledges. And we are very grateful for Virtudesk for providing these kinds of free webinars. And you know, all you have to do is just register. You can just sit down, you can just lie down while listening, and you'll have the knowledge that you need with the certain skill set. You can also enroll to websites, free websites like Udemy, Coursera. We also have Skillshare and LinkedIn Learning to offer relevant courses with the desired courses that you have. And aside from that, it's also one of the skill development for you to watch some of our videos in YouTube. Okay. By the end of the webinar, guys, hopefully we have around 39 subscribers and followers from our social media platforms since we have 39 participants tonight. Next is stay updated. Yes, that is correct. Skill development is also being stay updated. Keep up with the industry trends, the new technologies, the new application, the newest updates with the softwares. And, you know, if you have upgraded softwares and upgraded equipments, then it's going to help you to work efficiently. Next is building your brand. So creating a professional profile. That means by creating resumes or portfolios that enhances and develop a strong online presence to showcase your skills, experiences, and testimonials. So creating a resume and portfolio would also help us to check your previous outputs, your previous projects. And we can also call some of your references just so we know and just so we are informed on how you worked before. Optimize your profiles on different social media platforms to attract potential clients, or you can also apply to certain virtual assistance agencies like Virtudesk. Next is career advancement, which is by specializing to certain niche or certain professional field such as real estate, legal, medical virtual assistants, or command higher rates and attract specific clients. That is correct, guys. So you need to specialize yourself. You need to improve so that you'll get raise in your pace. And for you to just know basic um, skills and responsibilities with different niches. So as we all know right now that Virtudesk main niche is real estate. That is correct. So the business that all of us are assisting is mostly real estate. But we're looking for ways on how to expand the business, and moving forward, we can just, you know, like all this. Um, like we can enter the healthcare industry or technical industry, and it's going to be very helpful for all of us. And lastly is continuous learning to keep your skills relevant and competitive. So that is correct, guys. So like for example, um, this is the percentage of the knowledge that me and my friend has. So over time, the quality of your knowledge or the skills that you know, it decreases. So you always need to learn, read, and just watch different videos so that you'll stay updated. And you know, the percentage of your knowledge to a specific skill set increases as well and improves. Okay, so over time, the knowledge that you have right now decreases because there's a lot of updates going on and you need to keep up with it. Okay? Are we guys learning so far? Let me know if I'm going too fast, okay? Okay, I'm also checking our Facebook Live. All right, thank you. So the next topic is websites to jumpstart your virtual assistant's career. This is very helpful for you. This would help you to create your resume or portfolios on how to do like most of the job. Okay. First is the Udemy. This offers different courses specifically for virtual assistant skills that includes time management, communication, and specific software training. Guys, give me a heart if you're familiar with Udemy. And give me a thumbs up if you're not familiar with Udemy. Thumbs up if you're not familiar, guys. Earlier, I've been seeing a lot of hearts, but in the latter part, I'm receiving lots of some thumbs up. Okay. So I think it's 50-50. So some of you knows Udemy and some of you doesn't. So if you don't know, then I think it's time for you to search it later on after this webinar. And if you already know Udemy, let me ask you, how many skills or courses have you finished? So let's say if you finish social media managing courses, then try something else. Try to finish another set of courses, okay? We always need to be updated and we need to improve when it comes to our skill set. Next is what we call Coursera, which is also the same, but this one, these are courses provided from top universities and companies, and it still covers essential skills for virtual assistants. Guys, again, still the same. Give me a thumbs up if you don't know Coursera, and heart if you know Coursera. Same advice, guys. If you don't know it, then try to save it and search it later on. And if not, then add more finished courses, guys. Skillshare. Focus on creative skills and productivity with many courses relevant to PAs. I think I've experienced using Skillshare before. And what's good about Skillshare is that it doesn't only cover courses, but it also has blogs or certain articles that's related to VA or virtual assistant skills. So it's good because if you're not that person who likes, we call this like, if you do not prefer courses, because sometimes courses have quizzes and it's interactive because you have to click and click and click depending on the pages, then it's perfect for you. Skillshare is perfect for you because they have blogs and articles. If you just love reading, then you can just scroll and just finish at least 1 to 2 creative articles every day. So give me a heart, guys, if you know Skillshare, if you're familiar with it, and thumbs up if you're not. Same with the viewers that we have on Facebook, guys. Okay, I've been seeing thumbs up. Okay. So I think some of you are not familiar with Skillshare, guys. It's a lifesaver. So save it, save the name, and just search it later on, Skillshare.com. Next is Grammarly. Okay, guys, I know that you will be doing, or you will be giving hearts. Let's get it on, guys. Give me the hearts. Yes, of course, everyone is familiar in Grammarly. Why is that? Why do you think so? It's because of the ads. And their marketing is so crazy that they are on every platforms. We've been seeing Grammarly on every platforms. Facebook, Instagram, even in TikTok, Grammarly is there. So it's good because you can still use Grammarly without having to pay for it. But of course, if you want a premium service or an extended version of it, then you can pay for it in a very reasonable price. Guys, it's okay. Sometimes we can splurge with the things that we like. What about Grammarly? Okay, we need it, especially with creating captions. with creating your resumes, with the grammar, with certain messages or emails that you'll be creating. It's very, very useful, and the interface is user friendly as well. So you can both use the Grammarly using website or through phone, and you can also download the application. And lastly, Slack. Guys, who here is familiar with Slack? I am familiar with Slack because we've been using it before. Because you can create threads with multiple replies. You can mention, you can have real-time reactions, real-time approval, and it's very good because it's user-friendly as well. So it's good because you can also create different group chats for different lines of businesses or different lines of meetings. And also that, just to let you know, that Slack also have meeting, both voicemail or voice meeting, and both video call meetings. All right, before we proceed, guys, to the available positions, can I get a thumbs up just for me to know that you're still there on the other side? Thank you so much for those people who are watching through our Facebook Live. Guys, please follow our social media platform, especially TikTok, because I am currently handling TikTok, and for YouTube because we've been uploading virtual assistants testimonials, also the SDEs from our all expense paid travels, and tips and guides on how to ace your interviews, and just tips and guide to be a virtual assistant in general. All right, so all right, so this is the available positions here in Virtudesk. So first we have the GVA, which is the General Virtual Assistant. Guys, just a heads up that all three positions that we have is all full-time, 8 hours per day, 40 hours per week. So for the General Virtual Assistant, this is a non-voice position. This is $3 per hour. So the training is for 5 days, and you will receive $70 training allowance after 1 month with a client. So the tasks and responsibilities usually would include data entry, admin tasks, email management, social media management, blog writing and marketing collaterals, and database management. So guys, just to let you know that if you're not familiar with some of the tasks and responsibilities with those of the things that I've mentioned, then it's gonna be your assignment for the next 2 weeks. It's your assignment to learn and study these specific tasks and responsibilities that you're not familiar. Okay? So you can screenshot the screen in 5 seconds for you to save this position and the details. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's so funny. It looks like we're online selling. Okay, next is ISA, which is our Inside Sales Associate. What time po training? The training would depend because your training would be in Skype video call. That's why we require HD webcam and noise canceling headset. But usually it's going to be in graveyard since we need to adjust to the company's time zone. Working hours, it also depends on your client, but we can guarantee that it's graveyard shift. ISA is Inside Sales Associate. This is a voice position, so this is perfect for those who have many, many years of experience in the BPO industry. So this is $4 per hour. And it has 5 days training, same with GVA. And the training allowance is $80, still the same. You will receive it after 1 month with a client. So comparing to the GVA, it has a different set of tasks and responsibilities. Since this is a voice position, you'll mostly do outbound cold calling, appointment setting, lead generation and nurturing, CRM management, concierge, and database management. Okay, still the same, guys. If you're not familiar with these tasks and responsibilities I've mentioned, then it's your assignment for the rest of the week to study and learn it or research about it. Screenshot it, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just for you to save the details of the specific position. Hi, Paul Jonas. You're only hiring in Philippines based only. Hello, yes, that is correct. We are currently hiring Filipinos currently residing in the Philippines. That is due to some of the requirements are can only be gotten can only be what they call this processed here in the Philippines. NBI, local bank, barangay clearances, and sometimes the address as well. We verify it. But we're still looking for ways to expand the business. So maybe in the future, yeah, maybe it's a possibility. We cannot guarantee, but maybe we can also assist applicants or Filipino applicants from different countries. And lastly, the highest paying position that we have is the EVA or Executive Virtual Assistant. This is, sorry, I think I forgot to edit that, but this is a blended position, guys. Your task and responsibilities includes both voice and non-voice tasks. This is $5 per hour. The training would be 10 days, and the training allowance is $90. Still the same. You'll be receiving it after 1 month with a client. So the task and responsibilities, appointment setting or outbound cold calling, admin task, email management, social media management, blog writing, and marketing collaterals and database management. So before I proceed to the application process, guys, okay, guys, if you have questions, use our Q&A section, okay? Okay, thank you so much. So yes, before we proceed to the application process, our team, Marketing Ralph here, will be sending the link for our survey. So this specific topic that we have right now, guys, came from the surveys as well. So if you have certain feedbacks that you want us to improve, if you have specific titles or topics that you want us or Virtudesk to, what do you call this, to discuss for the next 2 weeks, then let us know by filling up the survey. And then give us a thumbs up, guys, if you filled out the survey, filled up the form. Thank you. So this is the application process here in Virtudesk. First is registration and CV submission to the website or portal. Next, you will be endorsed to your initial interview after 48 to 72 hours. Live system checks and examination is a simultaneous. So sometimes it can be done after your initial interview. They will be checking your equipments, your workstation. Examination would include typing tests, English proficiency examination, cognitive and IQ, and personality test. Typing test is 40 words per minute. Final interview after that would only be for ISA and EVA. That is correct, guys. For GVA, you will not go through final interview. You will go straight to training. And also after your final interview, sometimes background screening, submission of Virtudesk requirements, and new hire orientation is done simultaneously. After your training, you will have unlimited client interviews. So again, guys, the time frame of when you'll get your client would always depend on your performance during interviews. Okay, guys? We already did our part. We already trained you. We already teach you the things that you need to know. And it's time for you to pass your client interviews by doing your best. And that's it, guys, for tonight. So I think, let me see. I cannot see how long we did the webinar, but I think it's almost 2 hours. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. Open for newbie, yes. For newbie in the virtual assistance industry, Lourdes, yes, we are open, but we require at least a qualification of 6 months and BPO or admin related tasks. Cherry May, thank you so much. Guys, I would take it as a thank you. Marketing Ralph and I would take it as a thank you, guys, if you follow our social media platforms, especially TikTok and YouTube. The links are provided, especially the survey and the links for the social media platforms. So just one click and you'll be redirected to our website. All right, it's 10:26, guys. So thank you so much for your time. I'm really hoping, guys, that each one of you would really get that congratulations by the end of July, or maybe even before July ends, guys. Thank you so much for your time and for listening to this webinar. Again, guys, follow our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. We have the portal website as well, myvirtudesk.ph. And if you already applied, and if you need some follow up, please send an email to jobs@myvirtudesk.com. So thank you so much, guys. Like, follow, and subscribe some of our contents. So I'll see you guys next Saturday. We do have our webinar replay and TikTok live around 6 to 7 a.m. So if you have specific questions, we can continue the conversation through YouTube comments and TikTok comments and Facebook private messages. So thank you. Happy Friday and happy weekend, guys. Get that rest that you deserve. Bye for now, guys. Thank you so much.